goes. Whoa. Steering, it follows, cambers, it's sniffing, ruts out, it's telling me what's going on. Steering's shouting at me. Nice. Oh. 996 GT3 RS, the beginning of the modern RS story. Come on, quick steer, quick steer. Have a look inside here. That is pure 996 gorgeousness. These things are coming into their prime now. Everyone wanted 997s for ages, but this has to be the best value of all the RSs. For me, they're just too cheap. It's a stunning car. Front cage, special exclusive white centre console. We all know the blue ones are faster as well. Of course they're faster. Blue wheels, faster than red wheels. The spec of the car, we'll go into that when we drive it, but not that different to a normal GT3. However, oh, one more thing. Check this out. You didn't have this on your GT3. Carbon bonnet with weave, with original sticker. Nerds get really excited about the sticker. It's on there. Doesn't look like it's been crashed to me either. Oh, and sticker on there as well. They got really excited about that in period. A massive weight saving of about ½ a gram. Made no difference whatsoever, but it was a sticker. There she goes. It's a Gen 2 996, so it's got the great steering, it's got the new headlights. Front lip spoilers from a normal GT3. They weren't that different. We'll describe it in the car a bit more, but have a look around it. It's beautiful. It's stunning. Oh, I feel old now because I've been in the job a few years when they launched this thing. The 996 GT3 RS. In many ways, it was a bit of a cynical exercise because it wasn't really much more than a normal GT3 Club Sport. Same engine. There was one mod to the engine that was really just for homologation purposes, but they didn't claim any more power, although the factory will confirm that these cars do have a bit more power than a normal 996 GT3 Gen 2. About 380, 390 probably. They don't weigh an awful lot. They really don't, you know, well under 1,300 kilograms. This one's got the optional front cage with the pads. You do need those. It's in great condition. It's got the big wing-back seats that came as standard. Really, it was a 996 GT3 Club Sport with some stickers, fixed rear wing. But they do drive beautifully. But there's one aspect of this car that just exposes modern sports cars. That's the steering. It is simply superb. That wheel is wriggling around in my hands. It's giving me information about grip. It's just gorgeous. Engine, strong, really strong. These are still fast cars. I love that dashboard with the half computer readout, half rev counter. Makes me feel wistful for my youth. I used to drive these the whole time. I'm not sure you want a faster car. And actually, it's wet today. There's no traction control. You're on your own. You are on your own. Also, it's relatively quiet. We thought this car was so raw and quasi race car when it was new, but it's not at all. Compared to a modern GT3 RS, it's really quite refined. I prefer this gear shift to a lot of the later cars. It's got the old prowling sort of Cobra gear lever. Alcantara, it's a shame. But the gear shift itself is lovely. Linkage is tight. Quite often you get quite sloppy. So this has done 24,000 miles. 7 owners, probably about right for a car like this. It's a C16 UK car. The whole world's going crazy for the brand new RSs. I think this, in many ways, is a sweeter car. But it came with ceramic brakes, but it's got some nice upgraded steels on it at the moment, but the ceramics are in a box for you. What a nice car. I spent so much time in these. Manuel, there you go. Anyone that's on piston heads knows what Manuel means. It must be the best value RS car out there, mustn't it? Must be. How is a 997 4-litre RS 6 times the money of this? It's not 6 times the car at all. The only big mod for homologation, again, the 3-point turn test, passes that with flying colours. Yeah, the only real mod I'm led to believe at the time was it had a a rear lower wishbone that had a split that allowed more camber adjustment. That's the difference between this and a 996 Gen 2 GT3 standard car. Historically, this is a significant car because it's one of the first products that was defined and executed by Andreas Preuninger, who is the father of all the great GT3 cars. So Andreas joined to do the Gen 2 996 GT3, and very soon afterwards he did this. And the story about how this came to be is rather lovely. He pretty much put some stickers on the side of a GT3, went to the bosses and said, why don't we do that? It would be really cool. And they went, do you know what, really good idea. And if he hadn't done that, we wouldn't have any of the amazing vehicles that we've enjoyed in the last 20 years. This is 20 years old, this thing. Does not feel like it at all. If you stuck it in a group test now, it'd probably still win.